Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I feel like I haven't sat in this sofa in a while and shot some content just to give you guys up to speed to where I've been at and why I haven't been shooting content. Of course, the last videos I kind of explained what I was going through. I needed some time to grieve and just go through the emotions. After that, I felt like I needed to be out there and productive and interacting with people because I was indoors for like 6 months, you know, healing, creating content, finding myself, learning about myself. I was going through a breakup. I was going through the most. But the breakup ended last year in December. But yeah, I was just kind of going through the motions. So I started working for an entertainment law firm a few months ago. And I enjoyed the actual job, but it was such a horrible experience. This was my first time actually working for a black-owned firm, which I was so excited about, and I was so excited to be around other black successful lawyers and paralegals and all of that good stuff. But that was not the case. From the moment I got in the door, I was being intimidated, I was being harassed, there was micromanagement, it was just a lot. So I had to do what was best for my mental health at that moment. I don't feel like people should give up on their dreams just because other people are poking them and intimidating them and have an issue with their spirits. If your spirits irritate other people's demons, honestly, I feel like you should fight through it. But not every battle is your battle, and I felt like that was not my battle because it was taken away from me manifesting the life that I wanted. I had this interaction with this one lady. Well, there were two ladies, which was crazy because they trained me, but I guess they were intimidated by me. They were older, they were close to 45, 50 years old, and which I was I felt like it would have been a good experience to learn and whatever, but that was not the experience. They thought I was there to take their job, in which I was told multiple times that you want to take my job, you want to take my job. So it just felt like it was a losing battle for me. So plus, so I'm in a place in my life, I have to be honest with the direction my life is taking, and I don't think that's the direction I want to go. It felt like I was forcing stuff. Every morning I woke up, I was not happy. Having that issue of going to work every day, being intimidated, being harassed, micromanagement, I did what was best for my mental health, and I made a decision in my life. If I'm not going to be in any toxic relationships, I'm not going to be in a toxic workplace. Because being in a toxic workplace is so bad. It messes up with your mental health, it messes up with your sanity, you don't even enjoy your job, you don't even want to wake up in the morning and go. So I just woke up one day and I was just like, you know what, I went to work, and as soon as I walked in the door, they started their BS. So I went and I was like, I'm putting my 2 weeks in. But I did that not just because of them. I think the path I'm taking in my life, I have to be honest about my emotions, I have to be honest with where I'm at, I have to be honest with where I'm going, because where I'm going, I feel like I have to manifest that. We all have to manifest our lives. And when you're on a low vibration, it's kind of hard to even think clear or have visions of what you want for yourself, or even finish goals or tasks that you want to do for yourself. Because working a 9 to 5 is fine, but you're building somebody else's dreams. But it's okay to do it while you're trying to get into your stuff. But for me, I felt like I went to do a 9 to 5 so I could be able to, you know, do stuff for myself. But that was not the case, so I had to remove myself and make sure that I am taking care of my business and my goals before anything else. So that the fact that that was disrupting my peace, I felt like, take a step back. It's okay. The universe is in charge. And that was the best decision I made. It's been like a week now, and I have been so happy when I wake up. I have been so excited about life. I've been feeling so confident. I've been content. I'm finding peace. And I wish those two ladies well. I do. I really hope they find peace and love within their hearts and healing. And I hope that the kind of experience they do to other people, that they children or they don't ever have to experience that. But you know how karma works, we leave that up to the universe. But since I'm back, I want to do some fun summer content. One of the things that I've been doing in therapy recently is hypnotherapy, and I've been doing a lot of positive hypnotherapy. It's been helping me with just releasing a lot of anxiety and releasing a lot of issues like childhood issues and abandonment issues. So I've been in a really good, fun place, and this is like my first summer that I'm actually making a conscious decision to have fun. This is the freest I've been in the summer. I'm excited about life. I'm excited about 2021. I'm excited about the summer. I'm just excited. So with my self-care, I've still been consistent with my self-care because that has not changed. But what I want to do is the last video I did was my personal beliefs. So I want to kind of continue from that, because we stopped at my personal beliefs, and my personal belief was big because I felt or how I handle situations. And it's so crazy that exercise was the exercise I posted around the time I was doing my training at that job, and it puts a lot in perspective about how I interacted with people over there and how much self-introspection I was doing when situations was happening, and I was documenting everything that was happening, so I was not delusional. And I was in therapy talking to my therapist about everything that was happening every day. So I kind of kept the paper trail of where I was at work, where I was within myself, internally. And I didn't want to have a clouded judgment. I didn't want to think I'm overthinking, because everybody I told about my experience was just like, oh my gosh, that's horrible. My personal beliefs definitely helped me with taking a step back and just making sure that I am not overthinking or I'm not being too sensitive, because I am sensitive. But I was not being sensitive. Those old ladies, they were just miserable as hell. I know I was not being delusional about the situation, because I had common humanity. I had so much compassion for myself, analyzing the situation as in what's going on. So I know it was more of a power trip and a narcissistic personality that I was dealing with, and I cannot do narcissists. I've had enough shares of narcissists. I've dated enough narcissists to know I cannot work with them, I cannot date them, I cannot be around them, especially on an interpersonal level. If I'm walking past you or you're a narcissist, hi bye, that's fine. But if I'm having a constant daily interaction with you, oh my gosh, the narcissistic people are just all over the place. You cannot ignore them no matter how much you try. I think take away the attention. Even if I ignore them, other people give them the attention, because other people play into that personality trait that they want to be me. Because the first thing this lady told me was her IQ level. Like, who the hell goes around telling people their IQ level? She was so intimidating. It felt like I was in the movie Obsessed. It was horrible. But yeah, that was my experience. But I brought up the experience just to tell you guys, like, how I handled it. No matter how much tapping I did, no matter how much self-introspection I did, it just felt like I was just dealing with a demon every day. It felt like I was looking and it was like, okay, Lucifer, what am I dealing with today? What are you going to have a problem with? I knew that I didn't want to handle that every day. It was messing my peace. It was not worth it. Plus the money was not that great. So my personal beliefs definitely helped me with the self-introspection and assurance of who I am. So so when I walked in that place, I was just like, nah, this is not it. I did not leave South Africa, and I was not born to work and deal with this every day. I don't deal with this in my relationships, so I'm not going to deal with that in my workplace. And I think that's the kind of conversation we need to have with ourselves, especially when we look for a new job. Read the reviews. Go to Glassdoor, go to Indeed, go to LinkedIn, read the reviews from previous employees, get your information. You know, you walk into a door and you think, oh, your experience is going to be different. Sometimes it is, but most of the times these corporate jobs, they have a pattern of treating people a certain way. So if you feel like that's something, just always have your options. And I was blessed enough to make sure that I had options and I had other ways, because you don't ever want to be in a position where you're stuck and you can't leave, and then you're depressed and you're sad and it really messes up with your mental health. So just do your research, ask questions, be assertive, and make sure there's an HR department. But just do your research and make sure you ask a lot of questions and make sure you partner what's going on. So the workplace is just as horrible if it is abuse happening if it's at home. Workplace is much more intimidating because that's your bread and butter. So that's a whole different ball game. So you have to be sure about what you're getting yourself into, what's your end goal, whether it's a company that there's room to grow, whether there's a proper HR management, there's superior people that you can actually go to and complain and have action being taken against. So finding that kind of environment is hard, especially now after the pandemic. You know, people are lowballing and don't want to pay and all of that bad stuff. Do not commit to an establishment that does not have your best interest. Do not. And you're just a number to them because you're visible. So give them that same energy. Just the way when you come into the door, they have all these requirements for you. How do you guys handle bullying? How do you guys handle harassment? What's the 401k? Ask all the questions before you start, because a lot of these places, once you get into the door, it's like boom, they treat you anyhow. So just be careful. I know for me, I've been dealing with this for a while. I understand the corporate world, and I feel that's why I'm okay with just, you know, taking a step back and focusing on what I need to do to make me happy. It's never worth it, especially if it's disrupting your peace and you're gonna be unhappy and you're gonna go home and you're gonna project that onto your loved ones. Take care of yourself. If something's not working for you, find something better. There are a lot of remote jobs right now. There's a lot of places that are hiring, so there's no job that is worth your mental health. There is no career that is worth your sanity. So one thing that's been helping me while I was there was doing a lot of breathing exercises. Before we wrap this up, this is something I learned in therapy, and I also saw a video, and was it Elena, the lady, energy medicine. What I did a lot is when people try me, I just took a deep breath in from the core of my stomach and released it out. Make sure the hand, you see? Yes. And release. So just release all that tension and anxiety and stress. I do about 9 deep breaths. It keeps me grounded. It reminds me who I am. It reminds me my purpose. It reminds me why I'm here. And it reminds me not to react, because that's what they want you to do, is react. Make sure you're connecting with your body. Taking this deep breath in. And if you're looking for a job right now, make sure you're reading the reviews in Glassdoor, Indeed, and all that good stuff. Make sure you ask all your questions in the interviews. Do not short sell yourself. You are worthy of a career where you're respected, where you're loved, you're adored, and there's room to grow. You are worthy of a life full of happiness. You are worthy of internal healing. I wish you love, prosperity, good health. Let's heal and vibrate together, and we'll catch up soon.